So,
no, they just die off after you get off work and start drinking. That's what it is.
I started drinking straight rum tonight. I just said fuck it. But anyway.
Wow.
So now we go to a scene where, okay, what's the next scene? It goes to, I guess it's like, is it Gale on campus? Like everybody on, no. The next scene is Sid waking up in the morning, right? Sid's waking up in the morning, and she looks fucking badass in this movie. I don't care what anybody says. I think she looks the best in this movie out of all the movies. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Neve Campbell in this movie?
Yes.
Well, we'll get into this later, but yeah, my wife actually, when we first got together, had her hair sort of like the way that Neve Campbell wears it in this, and I just think that cut is really sexy. Whoops, did I say that out loud? Damn it. Yeah, I like
her
the
getting
haircut. Yeah.
her getting up in that fucking underwear at the start. Goddamn. I mean, we never get much from Neve Campbell in terms of anything of that nature, but her getting up in that underwear, I was like, yeah, goddamn.
Gale looks way better in this movie. I mean, we'll get into this later.
I think so too. I think this is the best Gale looks in the whole series. Yeah, we're going to get into that. God, she looks terrible in that fucking movie. But yeah, I think Neve, this is the best she looks in the whole series. She looks good in part one, but looks a little young and, I don't know, teenage-ish. I know Vic likes that, but I'm not so much into that.
Well, she was in high school. That's gross, guys. She was in high school.
He didn't care.
She's supposed to be a high school student, so to make her look younger was the point.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. But, and then, Screen 3, she looks pretty good, too. But this one, I don't know. She hasn't quite gone through as much shit in the movies yet. So, okay. We kind of get a scene with her and her roommate. She gets a phone call, and it's funny because this person's trying to, like, do the Scream voice, and she looks at the caller ID, and she's like, this is whatever the guy's name is, rattles off his phone number. He's like, shit. So I guess she gets these types of phone calls all the time. She's like, enjoy the movie, and she hangs up on him, or he hangs up on her, rather. So I guess she gets fucked with a lot, but it didn't really bother him because it's never, like, too threatening. And then we go to class, and because this is at a college campus. But this is right after her roommate, tells her or her roommate's friend or somebody from down the hall tells them to check the news. And, of course, you find out about the killing at the Stab premiere, which is what the name of the movie based on the Woodsboro murders is called.
The film
Stab.
was in the film, yeah.
Yep, film within the film. I'd like to see the film Stab, just for the record. It'd be cool because they fucking ham it up in those any of the parts we get. So we go to class, and this just I wanted to reference this. Randy Meeks is in this class, Jamie Kennedy from the last movie, who we all love, everybody loves. If you've ever seen Scream, you love Randy. He's the only one that can rival Stu for being awesome in that movie. But he's in this film class, and this is a fucking cool scene. Maybe just because we like movies, but like, where they're talking about sequels and stuff, and it's just, again, I don't know, breaking down the fourth wall, where they're talking about, Randy saying sequels suck, who would want to make a sequel? And, then they start arguing about whether, Aliens is better than Alien or Terminator 2 is better than Terminator. And finally, Mickey, like Randy's friend and another kid in the class, or another dude in the class, it's college, gets everybody to agree that Godfather 2 is better than the first one, which I don't know. Vic, I've still never seen Godfather, believe it or not.
I know that's an embarrassment, sir.
I know. It's bad. It's like summer school, right?
Yeah. We won't even talk about that. You're a horrible person.
So when she gets out of class, or when he gets out of class, Randy, that is, Sid's waiting on him, and they're kind of talking, and as they walk along, Derek, played by Jerry, Jerry Connolly, Jerry O'Connell?
Jerry O'Connell from Sliders, yeah. Yep.
There you go. And also from Piranha 3D.
Yeah.
And also from My Secret Identity and from Stand By Me. Yep.
Yes. I just watched Stand By Me the other night, as a matter of fact.
Great film.
They they start talking about what happened, and Randy doesn't fucking. He's like, hey, it's not connected. People get shot, robbed all the time in movie theaters. Movie theaters are a dangerous place, and she's like, you're in denial. And then Deputy Dewey, David Arquette, shows up back again, and he's got a retarded limp. I don't know what to call it other than that, because that's exactly what it is.
Wow,
and he loses, he
loses the limp in the third film.
He just heals. He just heals. It's all good.
I got to ask you guys something while we're talking about it.
Uh-huh.
The film class. When Joshua Jackson, who makes a cameo in the class, obviously says, "Get away from her, you bitch," as is quoting Ripley, and then Randy says the line, "Stay away from her, you bitch." This is film class. I actually believe she does say, "Get away from her, you bitch," when she's talking about the Queen to Newt. I really think Josh Jackson had it right.
That's funny. Let's see.
I really think.
I'm going to look it up real quick and we'll find out.
Yeah,
okay?
She's like, "Get away from her, you bitch," because she puts like an emphasis on the word bitch at the end of it.
It is "Get away from her, you bitch." Randy fucked it up.
I win the podcast for the night. Yay.
Good job. Good job. I wonder if that was intentional. It had to be, right?
Probably. It was a film class, and everybody else was getting shit wrong. So why wouldn't it be ironic to get?
Yeah, and they were trying to say sequels suck, and that's not true, especially when you're talking about horror movies. I mean, Friday the 13th Part 2, better than the first one, in my opinion. I think Vic agreed with that, too. Not Nightmare. Texas Chainsaw, better than the first one, right, Vic?
Well, the makeup in Nightmare 2 was better.
Shut up.
Not the movie.
Let's get that right. Love you, Jack Shoulder.
So, Dewey's there basically telling Sid to watch her ass and that he's going to try to protect her. And they have this weird moment where Gale kind of like blindsides Sid by like introducing her to Cotton after, he wrongly accused her of murder, and she's got like a camera on both of them, so it ends the same way as the scene in the first one where she fucking punches her again. So Gale's been decked by Sidney twice in these movies now, which she deserved it both times. So Gale's still a bitch, and apparently her and Dewey aren't on speaking terms either, because Dewey's like, fuck you, when they run into each other, right?
Yeah, there's this long thing, and he really is pissed about the way he's characterized in her book, because he quotes page 41, Deputy.
He's like, I'm going to go
with an experience,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny, though, because, I mean, he's a goofball in the first one, and she just told the truth, but, of course it pissed him off, and it's interesting, though, because, again, when they took his ass away in an ambulance in the first one, which is going to come up later, she didn't get in the ambulance with him. She stood there and did the news report. She didn't give half a fuck.
Which was a cool ending. It was a very cool ending.
It was. It was an amazing ending, and apparently they had to do it in one take because they would have lost the sunrise if they didn't do it that way. So she had to knock it out in one take, and she did it.
Am I the only one, since we've been introduced to Liev Schreiber in actual character form? We see him in the first film in long, like TV clips with his 1990s medium-length hair. But in this one, he's got the shorter do, and you get to learn about his character. Am I the only one that thinks he's awesome? I really like his character.
Dude, I love when he starts getting annoyed in this movie.
Yeah.
And he gets real threatening. You know what I mean? Like, he's fucking awesome in this movie. Cotton Weary is great. And you don't get it right away, but as it goes along, it just gets better and better. Like, something about his scenes are really convincing, Yes,
absolutely. And I mean, I love when he says, it's when he raises his voice through his gritted teeth in the library, and the way he confronts the police afterwards. Yeah. That's like one of the best.
Well, then book me.
Here you find me standing over a dead body with a knife in my hand. I am allowed the same rights as every innocent citizen in this country. There you go.
Like, innocent. Now, that's a big word, isn't it, Sheriff?
Chief? And he says, Chief?
That's how I want to treat people.
Yes. Yep.
So, all right. So we go to the next scenes, and that's kind of like this campus party. It's like a sorority party, and they're trying to recruit Sydney to this sorority, which Rebecca Gayhart's in this sorority, looking pretty good. Didn't she audition for, like, Tatum in the last movie?
I think she did, and I believe she was also dating Jerry O'Connell at this time.
She's also an urban legend. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Don't forget her partner in the movie. That's Ellen DeGeneres' wife.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't remember her. I know it like I know my own name. Portia de Rossi. That's it.
There you go. I just know the name. I don't know much about her, but I do know that now. You see, you learned me something twice on this show.
Lois, sometimes learning is better.
So I also have to point out this scene at the sorority party. Like Mickey's there with Randy and all them, and Mickey and Randy kind of brush against each other, and Mickey's like, "Empire Strikes Back," because he's saying it's a better sequel than the original, and Randy's like, part of a trilogy doesn't count. And he's like, shit. And then Sydney's roommate's like, I love those little brown furry things. And he's like, Ewoks, they blow. I like Mickey in this movie too. It's Timothy Oliphant, right?
Yes.
He's fucking great. I think he's awesome in this movie too.
And there's a
lot of good.
Will come up later.
Yeah, there's a lot of good fucking characters in this movie. I don't know if it's better. I mean, like, I don't think that they're better than the last movie, but they do a good job, again, of having a good cast. Anyway, so at this sorority party, you get Casey, which is another fucking, which is Cece Cooper, Sarah Michelle Gellar. We get a little cameo from her, which is completely pointless, just like Josh Jackson, but, everybody wanted to be in these fucking movies at the time. So one of the things that they that they get into here, and I think I might have skipped over it, is the whole conversation between, actually, no, I didn't skip it. I'll get there. Sorry. So anyway, Sarah Michelle Gellar's in this movie, and, she's getting threatened over the phone by the killer, and whoever it is attacks her, kills her ass, throws her off the fucking balcony, and she gets stabbed, thrown off the balcony, and that's how she dies. I mean, it's whatever. It would have been awesome if she died like, I don't know, Casey did in the first one with her guts hanging out. It was just weak. I don't know. And I think that's kind of a trend in this movie, to be honest with you. I think a lot of the kills, well, I'll get there. Hang on. After the police discover the body, the students at the martini mixer over there at the sorority house, they go check it out. Sydney and her boyfriend, Derek, are at the Delta Lambda Zeta house, and the phone rings while Sydney's going in there to get her jacket. So she grabs the phone because she just can't fucking help herself, which, honestly, with all the shit she's been through, I think she's just kind of like, she just can't help it. It's an impulse,
Yeah.
And she knows the shit has started again, obviously. And the killer fucking pops out of the closet and attacks her. She gets out of the house, and Derek runs in to try to, I guess, catch the killer. Derek gets slashed all over his fucking arm. And this is where we begin the idea of one of the red herrings. And did he do it? I don't know. We'll get there later. But the idea that, this guy's going to med school, and he just got cut, and no nerves were, ruptured. His bleeding was bad, but nothing too crazy. I mean, you find that out in the hospital. And it's just kind of strange after what happened with Billy Loomis, in the last movie, where they were trying to give each other superficial wounds to make it look like they were attacked but not killed.
Right.
And so, obviously, the spotlight shines on him right off the bat. And Sydney is one of the ones that you can tell right off the bat her mind's kind of turned into that. Mickey really plants the seeds there when he says to her, why did he go back into the house anyway when they're at the hospital? Which, maybe that'll come up again later. Mickey and planting seeds.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, man, because if you think about it, like you said, there's this weird kind of relationship between Dewey and Derek. Like, they don't like each other. Mm-hmm. Derek's the boyfriend, and he doesn't like the fact that some guy from Sydney's, past has come in there, and, now he's showing up trying to be, the big hero, the bodyguard, and all this other kind of stuff. And I think there's a little bit of jealousy there. And then because of Billy Loomis, Dewey is skeptical of Derek and his intentions and his character because Yeah, shit, he just witnessed Sydney's last boyfriend try to fucking hack her to pieces and systematically slaughter every one of her friends. You know?